Hello everyone, I'm Lipika here from India working as marketing manager at Axiom, a cloud service provider and a digital transformation partner. Axiom has been helping high-tech companies harness the power of the cloud since 2014. Axiom's Ikigai is to provide a technology fulcrum to accelerate innovations in the public cloud. We also have been an advanced AWS consulting partner. In our Everything Cloud session today, we have Chaitanya, who is the Director of Cloud Security at Axiom. And the topic that we are going to discuss is on how to maximize the cloud security with AWS. Chaitanya would be answering some interesting questions we have for him on cloud security today. Hello, Chaitanya. Could you introduce yourself and then we can get the session started with?
Hi, Lipika. Thanks for having me on the session. So, coming to myself, as you said, I'm practice lead in terms of cloud security and cyber security in Axiom, and I've been leading this since Axiom inception over here. And myself, I'm a cloud certified security specialist on AWS. So I hope I would be able to answer questions related to anything on AWS security.
My very first
Okay.
question to you, Chaitanya, for today's session is so we all would like to know, since we are seeing around us how cloud security has been important due to this pandemic days. So could you explain us more briefly on why is cloud security important?
Yeah, sure, Lipika. So, as you said earlier, especially since most of the companies these days are focusing on building on the cloud and delivering their applications on cloud. So, the majority of cloud data is very critical, and most of your applications, which a common man uses on day-to-day basis, are even part of the cloud, and this is easily accessible with any internet connection. So without security designed specifically for your cloud apps and data, you are vulnerable. Your data is vulnerable to any kind of attacks or security threats. So that's one of the major reason why cloud security is important on a day-to-day life basis.
All right. So since you spoke about the cloud security importance, could you let us know on various cloud threats that companies and businesses are facing today?
Sure, sure. Yeah, first of all, I would like to emphasize on one thing. So many cloud providers list security as a major benefit, and it's true to an extent because transition to the cloud has brought a lot of security risks, especially new security risks. If your business or organization could not adapt to these technologies, especially on the cloud, and migrate your data, your you know your data and your applications without any proper security measures taken by cloud provider are susceptible to external attacks. And few of the major threats which we face on a day-to-day basis on cloud are like I would like to list three of them to start with, because we can't go in detail with everyone. So the first one would be misconfigurations and inadequate controls. So since cloud is a new technology which has been adopted in the past decade or so, so one of the major threat is human negligence. This causes a lot of misconfigurations, and people knowingly or due to lack of proper awareness or training don't configure the things properly in cloud, because as the cloud started evolving, there are new features all the time, which again lead to misconfigurations and inadequate controls. And the second one is insecure interfaces and APIs. So all these cloud products which a normal person utilizes are either through some API, or they have some control pane where they can access their application or beat some other data. So when you move to the cloud, these are always being built newly, and we need to make sure that most of these components are not exposed from a cloud environment, and your security to your apps and services depend on how well these interfaces and APIs are safeguarded. So the responsibility lies with you and your CSP, and it's a shared responsibility model. So that's something everyone should be aware of. And the third one is improper identity, credential, and key management. So when I say this, all the cloud providers have some sort of identity management. In AWS, it's IAM, where you control the permissions to users and services between in your organization. And we also have policies where how well you define your password or certificate rotation, or how well do you rotate your keys with respect to some service. So all these three things also contribute to cloud security. Yeah, that's at a high level, Lipika, so I can't go into much detail, but these are the three major important cloud security threats.
Thank you, Chaitanya, for the brief explanation. Definitely, we have got some insights from the values that you have shared on this. So, what could be the common myths that we have been seeing for cloud security, Chaitanya?
Yeah, in terms of myths, you know even Gartner's according to Gartner, there's one common myth in cloud is that people think cloud is always more secure than on premise in terms of capabilities. However, there have been many breaches in cloud in the past, and all the CSPs have been investing a lot of amount in beefing up their security capabilities to mitigate all these business risks. But this doesn't mean that when you are moving to the cloud, security is guaranteed. So security is a shared responsibility model which an organization along with the CSP should configure properly. Else, you are always susceptible to major threats and vulnerabilities.
All right, that was a brief discussion. So, Chaitanya, like since we are going to talk about, the topic for today's discussion was on cloud security with AWS. So, what could be the different security features that provided by AWS Cloud today?
Yeah, sure, Lipka. So AWS offers a lot of security features in terms of services, but I would like to highlight few of them. So let's start with detection in terms of security detection. So AWS has two major services like Guard Duty, where it's a machine learning and AI based detection service, which alerts you automatically whenever there is some threat being possessed in your environment. And we also have Security Hub, where the findings from your other AWS services like Guard Duty or be it your AWS Inspector, where you can integrate all the security incidents. It's kind of dashboard where you get to see all your security incidents, and even you can also may you can also make sure whether your compliance is maintained properly for your organization. And coming to the second one, for infrastructure protection, we have services like AWS Shield, which protects you from DDoS attacks, and we also have WAF, where you can configure your web application to protect from malicious web traffic. You can also apply, whatever OS top 10 rules. You can apply many rules using this WAF and protect your web traffic. And the third one I would like to highlight in terms of data protection, especially for data protection, we have Macy, where you can discover and protect your sensitive data, which is stored in S3 in scale, especially. And for data protection, we also have KMS service, where you can manage your keys for encryption of data at rest and transit as well. Along with these, we also have services like CloudTrail, IAM, CloudWatch. You can leverage a lot of other tools as well. But yeah, in short, these are the three main major things which will help your organization, having proper security posture.
Thank you, Chaitanya, for the brief explanation for the same. So, what could be the key principles that are behind these AWS security?
Okay. AWS, to start with, they have a well-acted framework where there are five pillars, and one of the major pillar is security pillar. So this security pillar includes, encompasses the ability to protect data, systems, and assets to take advantage of various cloud technologies to improve your security posture. And it has seven major principles, especially from a design perspective. Seven design principles of security in cloud. So let's start with one by one. We can go through, in detail. The first one would be implementing a strong identity foundation. So AWS has its own service called IAM, where you can implement the principle of least privilege and enforce, separation of duties with appropriate authorizations for each interaction of your AWS resource. So having a centralized IAM management, identity management, and to aim and we should and aim to eliminate reliance on long-term static credentials is very important for any cloud provider, in any cloud. And the second one is enabling traceability. So when I say enable traceability, the name itself says that you need to have proper monitoring, alerting, and tools for audit actions as well in real time, especially. So AWS has various services to do all this, which we covered earlier, like CloudTrail, CloudWatch. Yeah, so we need to integrate log and metric collection with systems to automatically investigate and take actions whenever we have something alerted. And the third one is applying security at all the layers. So this is one of the mechanism where you need to implement whenever you have some layers being implemented. When I say this, we need to apply a defense in-depth approach with multiple security controls. So it should be applied in all layers. Like example will be, your edge of your network, VPC, load balancers, and every instance and computing service. So we shouldn't be leaving any layer exposed to the security. And the fourth one is automating security best practices. So there are a lot of tools which enable this automation. You can use services like Lambda or be it, along with CloudTrail, CloudWatch. This helps you in controlling any internal threats as well as external threats. If someone would like to change some port in an organization, you can automatically revert it when you have certain rules and playbooks applied. So you need to create secure architectures, including the implementation of controls that are defined and managed as a code in version control templates. And the fifth is
Okay.
protecting data in transit and at rest. So earlier we talked about one of the service, KMS. So we need to classify your data into various sensitivity levels and use mechanisms such as encryption, tokenization as a service, tokenization, and access controls wherever it is appropriate. And the sixth is keeping people away from the data. So we need to use mechanisms and tools to reduce or eliminate the need for direct interaction with data for manual processing or be it any usage. So this way of approaching the data, automatically would reduce the risk of mishandling and modification, and any human error as well when handling sensitive data. And the last one, but not the least, is how do you prepare for security events? So preparing for an incident by having incident management and investigation policy and process that every organization should possess with them. And we need to run these incident responses and simulations using tools and automation to increase your response time in terms of detection, investigation, and recovery. So this is very crucial because most of the people concentrate on uh, how to protect, but incident response is something people need to be aware of, and plan accordingly to recover your data or investigate your data. So yeah, that's about it, Lipika. These are the 7 major security principles with respect to cloud, especially in terms of design. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaitanya, for briefing us on the session today on cloud security with AWS. It was indeed a wonderful session to understand so many key points in terms of cloud security. We hope our listeners have been able to take away some valuable insights from the session today. We have some exciting sessions coming up next month on other cloud computing services. Stay tuned for the same. Also, you can connect with us on LinkedIn and Twitter to have not missed on the updates. This is Lipika here signing off for the session today. Till the next episode. Thank you so much. Take care and stay safe.